Where does that courage come from? Where would you say that drive to do comes from?
From my mom and my great auntie who passed away a while ago, but it's just one of those things they tell me, do it because they couldn't, so they've always instilled in me, do it, don't let anybody tell me no, and if they tell me no, show them that I can do it. And so I've just been that way since I was young. I just don't, I mean, I care, but I don't care.
Right. And that is not an easy thing, because we live in a world where people want to be liked, they like to please, and they like to go with the crowd, unfortunately. They don't like to be set apart. You know, that in itself is something that makes you unique. So when you talk to people today and they see you as a leader, what is that like for you to be seen as someone who encourages other people to be the best of themselves?
Well, that comes naturally to me because remember, I was in the military for 14 years.
Right.
So I was always a leader there, you know, once I became an NCO. So it just followed over. It's actually so much easier for me on this side being a leader because I've had all that training for all these years. Mm-hmm. And it's actually a lot easier because nobody on this side has weapons that can shoot me. So I'm fine with it. It's not hard. You just talk to people because people are people. But you just have to be firm and like what you want. And especially if it's coming outside of your pocket. You know, you get what you want from them. If not, you let them down easily or in your old Omega way, because you know how I get. Either it is or it isn't. So you can work with somebody or you can't. Exactly. And that's how it is.
That's what we like about you. Again, you're watching Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm here with the lovely Omegia Keeys. We're talking to her not only about her journey to being an author, also a writer, producer, but also the courage that she's been able to have. Let's talk about donors, because that is one of the big ones for you now, where you're actually able to take what was a book and now to see it brought to life. What is that like for you as you're sharing episode from episode? What is it like for you to see it all come together?
The first one, it was like, I did the first, because the web series was never supposed to be, first off, I was going to jump just straight up into the feature. But the web series came about because, you know, it was one of those type things where somebody was like, well, what are your credentials? What are this? So I kind of wrote the first episode like overnight just because somebody ticked me off. But my writing ability, when I'm mad and upset, it just comes out so crystal clear, and it just evolved into something so much more. So I got to do this wonderful backstory before I even got to the things that I wrote in the book that were already there, where the foundation is already there. So it's like prepping everything to get to actual feature. But it's just been amazing to see it transition from the pages to actual just seeing it live. It was like the first time we filmed, I think I was a little crybaby. Vicky will tell you, like after we finished, I was like, I could not believe that it just happened to actually see it once it was edited and everything, and it just overwhelming.
Let's talk about trust, because we live in a world that trust is not an easy thing for relationships, whether it's personal or business. But the thing that I thought as I watched episode from episode, and we'll tell our viewers how they can go back and watch the episodes that have aired, is that these cast members trust you. They appreciate the opportunity, but they trust you. What is that like for you to know that people are willing to do for you, you know, what you've been able to do, and that is to help other people?
Well, one thing I did know, like one of the actors, Brian, one of the brothers, the red hair, he was a first time actor. And I didn't know it because when he came, he was like, he just wanted to show me that he can be the best it can be, because I didn't tell him when I first hired them that it was going to be for a series, because I wanted to see what they can do. And if they couldn't do it, I was just going to kill them off. But he did. They were like, you know, he was up in the room and he just was like, you know, we're going to do this, we're going to knock it out and do it. So the fact is, they, as much as I want to give them something to have to show, they want to act. Actors just want to act. So the fact that they trust me to do it, and then they tell me that they actually like it and it's good, I don't know. It's a gift that I have, and who am I not to follow this gift?